Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Garrett. We have a very special episode for you today on why rise matters and how high you should be wearing your jeans. But before we get into those details, do me a big favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So as customary, we're gonna start off with the outfits that we are all wearing today. Starting from the top, I'm wearing my Dean 1920 watch cap in navy. I have on this utility jacket in the 1940s herringbone. This is just a sample, so this won't be coming till next year, but I've been enjoying it with these nice horn buttons, lots of pockets, just keeping me a little bit warm. The office is a little chilly right now. I think it's about negative 10 degrees Celsius outside, so the cold is creeping in. I have on my recycled, I believe this is the recycled ELS Wonder Looper t-shirt, right? I have on my thick belt here in veg tan. I am matching my leathers today. I have on my Fox Fiber Fat Fox in Strong Guy. I have my Dure socks on underneath, the thin ones. What are those ones called? The DeVille. The DeVille Merino socks and my John Lofgren boots. Special deployment today. We have, of course, the black Shell Cordovan card case, but something special here. This is my Chris Reeve Sabenza. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The Sabenza 31 in the large size.
You got a big knife in your hip.
A lot of knife.
Anyways, I don't bring this one out very much, but I saw it there sitting in the little like key tray, and I was like, you know what? I haven't taken my Sabenza out for a while. So anyways, that is what I'm wearing today. Jimmy, what are you wearing?
Hello, it's Jimmy. Hello, friends and family. Starting from top to bottom, I'm wearing a special hat. It's my Christmas gift from my mom. She hand knitted this hat by herself. It's very great. So, Mom, I know you are watching this. Love you, Mom. And it is so far the best ever hat I ever got. Moving down, the jacket is the 11-12 zip jacket. The jeans are double dip selvage. And I'm wearing my Nike sneakers. Terry, you're up.
All right, right on. So I'll wrap up the little fit check here. Today, of course, is Terry here at Naked and Famous Denim. Nice to see you, friends. I'm gonna start from bottom to top. That's how I go. I have the old Jim Green African Rangers. Despite my best efforts, the salt creeps in, just like it creeps in on my car. I actually washed them last week.
Wait.
And then I got the nice, I got some striations over here. So they're somewhat clean, but like that salt is everywhere. It gets to us. I hate it. I hate it. On my legs, one of my favorite jeans of all time, the King of Slub 2s. I love these. Ultimate comfort, heavy and just like relaxing, heavy and relaxing. Really, really nice. Comforting is the word I was looking for. Really nice. Of course, I have them on the braces over here. They're ultimate technique. Just let them hang out. Let it all hang out there with the braces. I have over here a true shirt over here in the slubby yarn fabric over here. You can kind of see some of the slub. This is actually quite nice. Quite love it. But I'm also layering it up here, Bezad style, with my extra chore coat in the brick canvas because it's a little bit chilly out there. It's actually like 14 below right now, and it's getting colder and colder and colder. So the heating can't quite keep up here in the annex, so we have to move fast, and luckily we have a lot of reason to move fast because it's been a little that Boxing Day sale that we're all just kind of wrapping up from there. We've been shipping as fast as we could. You just missed us blast out a humongous pile of orders there, so we're working as fast as we can to get those orders out to everybody for the new year. So that's kind of what's keeping us busy over here. Our minds have not even turned to spring summer 26, but I know it's around the corner. The preview videos are out. The main warehouse is filling up with new inventory, so that's coming real soon. But for now, we're getting those Boxing Day orders out, you guys, as fast as we can. So, what's on the menu today?
Okay, so today the theme of today's episode is why rise matters. I printed out all my notes here. It's actually a lot to talk about. It's 2 pages, or 1.5 pages. But if you guys have any comments, feel free to chime in. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me get a pair of jeans here. First question, what is rise? Okay, yeah. So some people may be wondering, what is rise? So rise is basically the distance from the center point of the crotch, also known as the sweet spot, all the way up to the top of the waistband. So you measure from that point right there all the way up to that point. So basically the rise is important because it determines the feeling and not basically the way your jeans feel when you put them on, and also to a large degree the look of your jeans. Of course, you know, I'm assuming you're getting the right size and then you choose the leg shape that, you know, you prefer, but the rise is really kind of like a lot of the personality of the jeans. So why does rise matter? Rise basically matters because it's going to be creating your perceived waistline. So, you know, everyone has like an actual waist, but depending on how high up their jeans are, it's going to give like the illusion of your waist being there, because the waistband basically divides your body in half. So it's the visual divider between the legs and the torso. So basically there's going to be 3 different types of rise, which we would call low rise, regular or mid rise, and then high rise. So generally a low rise is going to sit on the hip bones, so lower down on your waist area. It's going to elongate your torso, so from here to here it gets a little bit longer, and make your legs a little bit shorter looking. Generally, I only recommend this type of look to people who are on the taller end, because they have more to sacrifice in a way. So yeah, if you're a tall person, you can kind of get away with a low rise look and you won't look too weird. Then you have the mid/regular rise. That's going to sit just below the navel, also known as the belly button. So if your pants go up to basically just below your belly button, those are like a mid or regular rise. And this is a great safe option pretty much for everybody. It's not too high, it's not too low, but it's going to maintain your proportions and look good on pretty much everybody. Okay, then finally you have high rise, which is going to sit basically at the belly button or a little bit higher. And this is a good way to look taller. So if you're a smaller person, generally this is what we recommend. But generally, I'd say high rise looks pretty good on everyone. And we're going to get into all the details of why. Okay, so next up I want to talk about the comfort and the coverage. Okay, so rise determines basically how your pants move when you're on. So when your body bends, it's bending at the waist, right? It doesn't bend down here at like the hip bones. So depending on the way your pants are, it's going to influence the bending motion. And so also like basically low rise, you've probably heard the term plumber's crack. So if your pants are too low down, or if there just isn't enough rise in the back of the jeans, you can't pull them up any higher. And so when you bend down, you're going to get a little bit of like gaping in the back. Your underwear may show. You may be able to see a little bit of the plumber's crack, so to say. So that's something that kind of low rise is notorious for. Also, you know, it's going to be lower in the front. Some extremely low rise kind of shows a little bit of the, what do you call it, pelvic region? Is that the technical term? Which some people are going for. If you want to have that like 80s rock star look, then that's how you do it. So next up, we have basically like higher rise pants. So higher rise pants are going to be like more secure. They give you more coverage, so to say. It's going to be better for like physical activities when you're bending over. Instead of your pants kind of bending down here and it gaping at the back, they're going to be bending more where the fabric is, and they just kind of stay with your body. Low rise also can kind of like dig in, especially if you have a smaller size. Sometimes people email and they're like, hey, my pants feel fine, but then when I sit down, I feel it like digging into my stomach, and that's when they're tight, but they're also low rise. You get kind of that digging in feeling. For longer rise, the one side effect though is if it's too long, or if you have a high rise and you're sagging them, you can get like excess fabric buildup, or like the drop crotch effect, which then kind of makes your legs look shorter actually, so it has the reverse effect. So you want to make sure that it's not too high rise and that you are wearing them at the proper level. Also, I would say rise determines how you can like tuck in your shirts. So if you have like a really low rise pair of jeans and you tuck in your shirt, it looks weird, because all of a sudden you've basically like elongated your top part and you look really top heavy. So generally, if you're wearing a low rise, I recommend people kind of don't tuck in, and then that way it just kind of sits there and it's a little more, you know, vague on where that waistline kind of is. But if you have a high-rise jean or high-rise pant, you can tuck it in and it's going to look really good because it makes your legs look really long and the body look a little bit shorter. And yeah, you could also go untucked with high-rise, but what's the point? Okay. Also, when it comes to like high-rise, it's usually older pairs of pants. So it works good with like crop tops, crop jackets, think like bomber jackets, that kind of thing. Like a lot of the older jackets are shorter, and that's because the pants came up higher. And then also it's nice if you like to drive or you sit down, then you don't have all this like fabric kind of like bunching up into your neck or face area because it's gonna bend right at the waist. All right, so lastly, body type optimization. So depending on your body, you're gonna kind of want to lean more in one direction, or you may have the option to go for something like a low rise. So high rise pants, they act as like a natural girdle. What's a girdle, Terry?
It's a belt.
Yeah, basically it's going
It's a belt,
to
yeah.
help kind of like keep in the stomach. So if you have a gut and you kind of want to hide it or have like a little bit of a slimming effect, high rise is going to kind of come up and above and kind of go smooth over that bump. Whereas low rise pants, if you have a little bit of a belly or a gut, accentuate the gut because the low rise is lower down and then the gut is able to kind of like spill over and then you have like the tightness of the pants, so it kind of like cinches it in, so then it makes it look even more pronounced. So if you're somebody who has, you know, a little bit of a belly, who enjoys, you know, a donut or a cookie or something here or there, the high rise is going to kind of like be more flattering.
Yeah, you'll resemble a well-baked good there.
Yes, exactly. Also for petite frame, so if you're a smaller person, maybe you're not super tall or you're just smaller in general, high rise is going to give that like illusion of being taller. The longer your legs are, the taller you look, the better your proportions are. So it's great for that. If you're a small person, I would say just avoid low rise altogether because it's just going to make you look even smaller. And if you have athletic thighs, mid to high rise is going to be good because it kind of keeps your thighs looking normal. If you have like a really low rise and then boom, you have these monster thighs, it's kind of shocking. Whereas if you have a big thigh but then it goes up a little bit higher and kind of tapers up to your waist, it's going to be more flattering. Finally, additional tips: wear a belt or suspenders to keep your pants at the right height.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter what rises you have, if they're too big and you let them sag down all the way, they're gonna look bad no matter what you do. So to kind of finish this off, we're actually gonna stop the clip here, go down to the store and try on some pants. We'll see you there. All right, so we're back. We didn't go to the store because the store is busy with customers. So we're here in the showroom. Terry and I both have on the Super Guy in the Nightshade stretch. What size are you wearing?
I'm wearing the 36.
I am wearing a 31. So this is basically like the lowest rise jean we have here. My belly button is like right about here, so I'd say the waistband is about 2.5 inches
I'll point to mine right here.
below my belly button. You've
Well,
got
right
like
there.
a good 3.5 inches.
Yeah, it goes all the way down there.
All the way down. I'll just get a little close up here. There you go. So you can see here, that's where my belly button is, and the rise goes down to there. How do they feel?
You know what? They feel like they're kind of slipping off what little hips I have.
Mine aren't really like on my hips. It's actually the tightness of the thighs.
Actually, the hips are
That
kind
is-
of here.
Like this is actually a little bit loose. It's this area that's actually keeping the pants up. But overall, I would say not that bad, but I don't feel super comfortable. Like if I were to bend, oh yeah, there's some skin being exposed.
Oh yeah, that is a hazard right there.
Yeah, so that's something you gotta keep in mind, even though we do have the shirts tucked in. Okay, let's take these off and put on the weird guy.
Weird guy.
Right away, Terry, how do you feel?
I feel it's a little bit less folly-offy. That's the technical term.
Yeah, so you can definitely feel that it's just a little bit higher rise. The distance from my belly button has been reduced to about an inch, I would say, which makes sense because if you look at the size chart, you can see the rise going up from the super guy to the weird guy. But overall, I would say these are pretty normal, which is why the weird guy is kind of one of our most popular fits. It's the pretty standard, pretty average, not too high, not too low, just kind of right in that Goldilocks zone of the rise, which is just below the belly button. That's what most people would call kind of like a regular or a mid-rise. So yeah, this is definitely kind of a good average rise, I would say.
Yeah, right away I'm feeling a bit more comfortable here. Like I can kind of feel like a little bit of before I felt like something dropped in a cup, but now I can kind of feel like something coming up. So I'm getting hugged a little bit there. That's kind of nice there. Again, like Garrett, like here's like my belly button's right here. So yeah, there's like a...
You have a little bit
an
more
inch and a half.
distance from your belly button to like the bottom of the pants than I do.
Just a bit more of me, that's all.
Well, you're taller, so I think that has a factor.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell the difference. And if you do a bend over check, okay, yeah.
Absolutely better, much less risk.
Much less risk. There was no skin exposed this time. So we have on the true guy now. This would be, I guess, kind of in the, I don't want to say it's in the upper end of regular rise.
That's
it's not
right.
a super high rise. It really kind of depends on the body because on Terry, like, where's your belly button?
My belly button is right here, so I'm just like...
So you're just kind of under.
Like a finger below.
Whereas like on me, basically the top button is just below my belly button as well. Like if I pull it up a little bit, I can get it like kind of to cover it, but it's just below that. But definitely this is the highest rise that we have. And you can see that it really kind of like elongates the legs. It has a little bit of that girdle effect that I was talking about. So you can tuck in your tummy just a little bit.
Especially to me there, I got a bit more gravity. It makes a difference there. I can kind of feel myself slipping into the jeans versus being squeezed out like a...
And then if you do the bend over test, there is
Zero risk.
Zero risk
of
the crack being exposed. No underwear is being exposed at all. So very, very conservative, very comforting and secure. Overall, I really like the True Guy.
It felt nice. As soon as I put these on, I was like, my old friend.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like high rise gets a bit of a bad rap because people think of like grandpas with like their pants up to their
Thinking
armpits.
of zoot suits.
But I have to say, personally, I think it's the most comfortable and it looks the best.
Yeah,
Anyways,
great
that's my
fit for everyone
personal
here. A long way from being perfect, like every person rise, flattering for the most amount of bodies.
All right, so that's gonna do it for our rise segment. Let us know down in the comments. Do you like a low rise, mid rise, or high rise? All right, back to you, Terry.
So we're back from our high rise spectacular. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the comparison of me and Garrett trying to compare the jeans. See the look. I hope it can give you a distinct visual guide on what to expect when it comes to the different lengths of pant risage. So that's it for the main segment of the video. Now it's time for the end of the video, that classic word of the week section here. So if you don't know, this is the part of the video where I have a little special word, right? If you put that word in the comment section of your order, you'll be entered for a special prize here. We got like this nice little denim tote. We'd love it giving these away. You can't buy them, you can only win them from us. And don't worry, even if you don't win, we're still gonna give you guys a couple of stickers, a couple of knickknacks, and some kind words written by somebody here that you saw today. So, without further ado, last week's word was gramercy, a fantastic word that we heard it first in the video game War Thunder, but it's also a great word. It kind of like felt very seasonal, very holiday. So, gramercy, a big thank you. Thank you. It means thank you in a really nice way. So, gramercy, thank you very much. Everybody wrote into gramercy. A gramercy to you, in fact. Yeah, but there can only be one winner. So, I have a pile of orders here. I'm going to ask Vinny to reach out his hand, his phantom hand. Phantom limbs, Metal Gear Solid 5 style, and just choose a random order and I shall announce who they are.
Why are we still here, Terry?
Why are we still here? We're here to choose a winner. All right, so we have all the way from Marietta, Georgia, we have Antoine, and Antoine writes, gramercy means many thanks, derived from the French term grand merci, meaning a big thanks, which is still in use in the south of France's Provençal language dialect, which I did not know. That's pretty cool. So next time you're having a Provençal style meal or something there, as one does, give them a gramercy. So they ordered, oh yeah, got a belt and a dirty fade. Excellent choice. Great little like starter pack over there for getting into raw denim. So enjoy your complimentary winning bag, Antoine. And thank you very much for participating in this community. As for this week's word of the week, or shall I say, word of the year, because that's it for 2025. Goodbye. Quarter century down. Pretty wild if you think about it. So thank you very much, 2025. Well, maybe we'll have a little bit of a retrospective on the live stream, but for now I'm going to give you the word of the week / year for 2025. It's a funny one. Pronoid. It's not. I took a look at all the words of the year for all like the dictionaries. They're all a bit too negative, so I'm going to go with a positive one. Pronoid. Put that there for your comment. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video and all the other videos this year. As always, be kind to each other and look after yourself. Bye-bye.